And news break coming in this hour, this one from Karnataka. We are told that high drama unfolded in front of Siddaramaiah's car in Kerur town of Bagalkot district of Karnataka. In fact, those are the visuals also that we are playing out on our screens. Compensation money which was given by Siddaramaiah was thrown back at him by the family of victims. So Siddaramaiah there facing a massive backlash by the people of this particular area, Bagalkot district of Karnataka. Siddaramaiah, we are told, gave 2 lakh rupees for the injured when he visited them, which the relatives of victims threw back at him at his vehicle. In fact, those are the visuals also that we are playing out of how these people are throwing back the money that was given to them by Siddaramaiah to those who were injured in an accident. Last week, remember, there was a gang war between two communities. Subsequently, many of them sustained injuries and were arrested as well in connection with a particular incident. Remember, Siddaramaiah is an MLA from Badami and Kerur town in his constituency. Their demand is not the money but to maintain law and order situation. So a ruckus there that can be seen unfolding because of the law and order situation that seems to have gone for a toss in this particular town from which Siddaramaiah is also an MLA from. Sagai is breaking that story for us. Sagai, give us more details.
What you get to see in the visuals are the incident which has happened in Kerur district, where Siddaramaiah had tried to visit the injured people in the communal clash last week. And when he visited them, he had visited the family members of the victim and also gave a compensation money of 2 lakh rupees. Remember that Siddaramaiah is also MLA from the same constituency, and this particular incident had criticized by large number of people where one particular community thought they've been targeted, and they blame that they've been targeted by several politicians. And when the politicians come for the vote, they never talk about religion, they always seek for vote. But when it comes to these kind of incidents, only one particular religion is being targeted. And they said they don't want money. Even if they beg on the street, they will be able to get money. But they need law and order, they need peace, and they need proper justice to the people who have been involved in these kind of incidents, who are victimized in this kind of incident, and the culprits should be arrested in the case.
Well, absolutely. Sagai, it seems that the Congress token appeasement seems to have backfired for Siddaramaiah there because, like you're telling us, he's actually the MLA from Kerur town in his constituency. If you could give us a background of this particular incident that has happened, and also the law and order situation, which seems to be going for a complete toss time and again.
Yes, last week we had reported that there was a gang war between the two communities. Even the police have clarified that it was for a petty reasons. But these people, whoever are crying foul, whoever met Siddaramaiah, had punished that one particular community has been targeted. And they see that there should not be any kind of religious disparity between one community with the other community. Everybody should live like brothers from the same mother. And they have also requested that nobody should try to do politics on this, and they don't need money. Instead, they need some kind of solution for these kind of communal clash in the society.
Yes. Well, Sagai, breaking that story for us. Sagai, just stay with us just to bring our viewers up to speed as to what is happening in this particular area, the Bagalkot district of Karnataka, where high drama unfolded in front of Siddaramaiah's car, so in front of ex-chief minister. The people threw money back at Siddaramaiah. Sagai, if you are still with us, if you could once again take us through the details for the viewers who are just tuning in.
Community members in that particular incident, there were several people who were injured, and there were also several people who were being arrested. And it was a kind of a communal clash, but it was between two communities, and the police had brought the situation under control. And today, the MLA from Badami constituency, where this Kerur town also exists,
and he had visited the victims, and he has visited the hospital where these people are undergoing treatment, and he has also met the family members, and he gave 2 lakh rupees to the family members of the victims who are hospitalized. And subsequently, these families had hit out at former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, stating that they don't require this kind of money. And you can see in the visuals that lady is running behind the convoy of Siddaramaiah and throwing back the 2 lakh rupees at his car. And after that, when she spoke to media, she went on to say that she doesn't require any kind of money. Even if she wants money, she can go and beg on the street and get money. And even if she's struggling for food, even Hindus might come out and give food. But these politicians, whenever they come for seeking for votes, they never seek any kind of religion, but they're not finding any kind of solution. There should be no disparity between Hindus and Muslims when it comes to these kind of incident. Everybody should be treated equally, and people who had involved in this violence, the real culprits, should be arrested, and the innocents should be released. And they have also blamed politicians on vote bank politics, saying that by just giving money, they're not going to achieve anything. Instead, they should maintain peace, they should maintain law and order in the town. Remember, that particular incident has created a lot of ruckus in Kerur town, and subsequently everything was under control, but still people feel that there should be some kind of solution to put an end to these kind of communal clash between two communities.
Yes, and Sagai, you know, this is not a small amount. It is 2 lakh rupees, which only goes on to prove how much these particular people must have been pushed to the brink to reject 2 lakh rupees because of the law and order situation in this particular area.
Absolutely, and remember, these are the families who are struggling for the money. These are the families who need some kind of help, and these people definitely would have accepted, but at this point of time they realize that money is not important. They need some kind of moral support. They need some kind of assurance from their representative to take care of law and order situation, to maintain peace in the society, rather than giving just a compensation money without getting any kind of logical or peaceful end for these kind of communal clash in the city.
Yes, Sagai, stay with us. Just to tell our viewers, the visuals that are coming in right now are from the Bagalkot district of Karnataka, where the people threw back the money that was given to them by the Congress. So the money was thrown back at the Congress. The appeasement, the money appeasement politics seems to have backfired there for the Congress. Remember, this is not a small amount. 2 lakh rupees that was given for the injured was thrown back in front of Siddaramaiah's car. This after an incident that was reported from this particular area last week, where a gang war was seen between two communities. We are told many people sustained injuries as well, while some were arrested in connection with this particular incident. Meanwhile, Siddaramaiah, who is the MLA from the Kerur town in his constituency, has in fact, he earlier gave money as compensation, which has outrightly been rejected by the people of this particular area. Sagai continues to be with us. Sagai, if you could talk to us, any reactions coming in right now from the Congress, because this is a massive backlash that the Congress is facing just ahead of these crucial state polls, which are all set to happen next year.
Now, the incident has happened now just few minutes back, and we are anticipating a reaction after we broke this particular story. And this is a story in Bagalkot district of Karnataka, where people are fed up with these kind of compensation. Rather, they need some kind of assurance from their political leaders, where Karnataka is being highlighted recently for one or the other communal clashes of late.
And that, and you know, Sagai, important to note here that the woman who just flung back the money at Siddaramaiah also goes on to say that she does not want money, she wants justice, is all the chorus that can be heard when we talk about the situation in this area.
No, absolutely. After this particular incident, she spoke to the media, and media questioned him questioned her why she is throwing back that money at the convoy. That's when she said that even if you beg on the street, people will come out and help. Even if you're hungry, they will not see any kind of religion. Even Hindus will help Muslims, and Muslims will help Hindus. And at this point of time, humanity is more important. There should be some kind of there should be some kind of moral support. There should be some kind of mental support which should be given by by the politicians, rather than giving these kind of cash compensation to the people, which is not going to help at this point of time.
Yes. Sagai, thank you so much. We'll keep coming back to you as you track all the latest, the reaction, of course, that comes in from the Congress. In fact, stay with us. We continue to get the visuals that have surfaced from this particular area, in which you can see how Congress token appeasement has backfired just ahead of the state polls as well, that Karnataka is set to witness next year. So a big embarrassment there for the Congress party. The appeasement politics having failed off the Congress, the woman having flung 2 lakh rupees back at the Congress leader after she said that she does not want money. Justice is what she demands at this point. Well, Sagai, if you are still with us, please take us through more details that you're picking up from this particular area.
See, last week we had reported there was a gang war between 2 community members, and subsequently the police had given a clarification that this particular incident was being reported due to petty reasons. And following that, the situation was under control and the law and order situation was back to normal. But the people, whoever got arrested in this particular incident, whoever were injured, they were still at the hospital and many of them were behind bars. And today, Siddaramaiah, who is a local MLA, had visited Kerur and met the family members of people who are undergoing treatment at the hospital. And subsequently, after meeting them, he has also given a compensation of 2 lakh rupees to these people to take care of the medical expenses of these people. But he did not even listen to them. You can see in the visuals that the people are trying to convey a message to Siddaramaiah, but he was busy going forward from that particular area to a different place for his next program. He just gave the money and he was just trying to go away from that particular place. And that's why this woman, who was furious that their leader, their MLA, did not even listen to their queries, threw away the money back at him. And what we get to learn is it was 2 lakh rupees which was being given by Siddaramaiah to the family members of the victims who are undergoing treatment. And after throwing that money, Siddaramaiah, she spoke to media stating that they expect more.
All right, Sagai, stay with us. We have Malvika Avinash as well of the BJP joining us. Ma'am, if I can get your first reaction to this incident coming to light from this area in Karnataka, which is the Bagalkot district, where the people flung back the money at Siddaramaiah, saying that they do not want money, justice is all that they demand.
You see, Mr. Siddaramaiah lost his elections in 2018. Not just the state, but also his own seat in Mysore district. And which is when he moved to Badami and won from Badami. Somehow he doesn't seem to have learnt his lessons. It's unfortunate that a person who has been the chief minister of the state is not sensitive to the problems of the people and thinks that by throwing some money at them, you know, he is going to get some political mileage and move on. It's sad that he's trying to make a political spectacle out of somebody's suffering. And rightly so, the woman has reacted because she's perhaps tired of this kind of insensitivity that has been at display for the last 5 years. We have a few months to go for elections, and perhaps she's trying to tell him that he cannot take his constituents for granted anymore. It's sad. He's going to be 75 and the Congress party is planning some great big celebration for him. And look at what he really is. Does a man like this need to be celebrated?
And ma'am, do you see this as an appeasement tactics there by the Congress just ahead of the state elections? Because there seems to be a law and order situation that seems to have deteriorated in this particular area, because people are outrightly saying that they do not want money. It's justice and law and order situation that needs to be controlled in this area.
Yes, perhaps he should have taken the matter to the local administration and resolved the dispute. It is apparently a fallout of some personal dispute that a couple of families have in that part of Karnataka. He should have ideally summoned the district administration. After all, he has been the chief minister. He could have helped them resolve it. Instead, he thought by, giving them a few thousand rupees, he could, buy their votes over. So he's only looking at political gains everywhere, not being sensitive to people. Does not realize that it takes more to win the hearts of people than to just take votes.
All right. Malvika, Avinash, thank you for speaking to us. So that was BJP's reaction with regard to this incident that has come to light from Karnataka's Bagalkot, where Siddaramaiah faced massive backlash and outrage by the people of the area. They threw back the money that was given to those who were injured in this particular incident that came to light last week, where a gang war was reported between two communities. So vote bank politics that seems to have failed there for the Congress, as they resorted to appeasing them, appeasing the people of the area by giving them money from what it appears as per the visuals. In the visuals also that we are showing to you, you can see how the anger there that is very palpable on the faces of these people who threw 2 lakh rupees back at the Congress leader. Now, this incident is coming to light from the Bagalkot, from the Kerur town, which is also the constituency of the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who is an MLA from the Badami and Kerur town in his constituency. So, anger there among the people for against the Congress leader for not having done much for the people of his constituency, and saying that they do not want money, but justice is what they want at this point in time. And remember, this comes just months ahead of the crucial state polls in Karnataka. So it seems that the Congress token appeasement seems to have failed. Sagai continues to be with us. Sagai, bring us the latest that you're picking up on the story.
The latest is this particular development, which has been reported from Bagalkot district of Karnataka, where Chief Minister, who had visited his constituency for development work, and subsequently had visited Kerur, where the incident of communal clash was reported last week. And thereafter, there were many people who were arrested. Many of them were also been shifted to hospital for treatment, who were injured in that particular clash. And the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah visited them, consoled their family, and subsequently also given 2 lakh rupees compensation to them. But the family members were not happy because Siddaramaiah did not listen to the queries of the family members, and instead he just gave the money and flew away from that particular place. And the family members have hit out Siddaramaiah, stating that they don't require money. They require some kind of assurance, some kind of support from their politician rather than these kind of money.
Yes, Sagai, thank you so much. Keep tracking the latest. We'll come back to you for all the latest on that.